Sapphire Coast Producers Annual General Meeting will be this Friday the 18th of September at SERTEC at 6 p.m. Nominations from the floor for the executive roles are welcome. Bega's third Permablitz is on Saturday the 19th of September at James Cook and Maryanne Barker's Place, 126 Upper St Bega from 9:30. Bring food for a shared lunch. Main work activities include finishing a covered orchard, cob pizza oven, weaving bamboo and vegetable beds. David Holmgren's Future Scenarios Workshop, Wednesday, September the 23rd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. $150 for all day, including meals. SERTEC's conference room. Transition Bega's next 100-kilometre dinner, by popular vote, will be about greywater and all its forms. 100-kilometre dinners are held on the first Friday of the month. This one's the 2nd of October, 6:30 p.m. at the Niagara Cafe. Bring a plate to share if you can, or share in the house meals prepared from local food.
He said to me, only the other way.
Bishop Stewart, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
We're at the site of the new Bega Community Gardens for Ricky's Place.
Indeed we are.
Which is a very exciting prospect. It's fresh ground and there's a lot to come in the future.
Yes.
You've got a particular passion for community gardens.
Yes, and I like your expression, fresh ground. And what we've got before us is an opportunity for the church community to be interacting with the local community so that we can build community. And gardens of this nature will do that kind of thing. And that is because we're bringing the expertise of the people within the church community and further afield to be able to serve the broader community. The garden gets people physically together, it'll give them skills, produce will result, so people's needs will be cared for, and so it's something that really does create the right kind of atmosphere for harmony, and hopefully people will come away from a project like this feeling like they've contributed to the wider community as well.
Food is such a great connector between people, and it seems to create culture and art and that sense of place and belonging. You've clearly had a bit of experience with this in the past.
Yes, the things that community gardens do is bring people together in the ways that you've just described. Getting around a table together is a marvellous way of building relationships, and where there's been difficulties in the past, food is that great leveller as we sit together and enjoy each other's company. And community gardens can also bring groups together who don't normally mix together. And there are examples around Australia that I'm familiar with where groups of people who would never normally interact together around a table are able to meet each other, hear each other's story, and so food will be the vehicle for doing these kinds of things. And from what I've heard so far, there are a number of different groups within the town at the moment who are keen to get on board with this project, and so they'll bring their life experience, their skills and their expertise to bear in this context. And hopefully young people will be brought into the whole project as well, and they'll learn from people by their own experience, by their mistakes, and hopefully some good conversations will emerge from all of this.
Well, here we are making history. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Happy to be part of your history.
And what are the benefits of doing a permaculture design course?
What I find is that people have already made a conscious decision in their lives to actually go on to one. You know, to spend about $1,000 and take 2 weeks out of your life is a really big commitment. So I find people come onto courses knowing bits and pieces of the permaculture story. You know, they might be eco-builders, they might be land managers, they may be involved in Indigenous communities, whatever. And I guess, so they come to the course, and what they do is they get to see the whole picture. I guess what a really good outcome of a course is to find the holes that you're a little bit light on. It might be botany and understanding plants, or it might be building, or it might be looking after animals. So a course is not only good for getting information, but finding, you know, what kind of further information you're going to need to go on to your sustainable lifestyle journey.
You've
you've got a special focus on sustainability. What was the idea behind that? Why did you start providing sustainable, recyclable containers?
Simply because we're on a beautiful beach. Tathra had won an award, and we were sick and tired of seeing papers and plastic bags and bottles and things flying all over the place. So we decided to go with recycled, and yeah, mainly everything we use is recycled.
And do people appreciate that?
Oh, I think so, yes.
Do you let them know?
Yes.
And you've got other practices as well, things like your oils?
Yes, we have a local gentleman, Tim, comes in and picks up our oils once a week when we change our oils, and takes them and makes them into other things like hand cleaner, diesel, all that sort of thing.
Yep. And you've also adopted green power, is that right?
Yes. We have a recycle bin out the back for our cardboard, paper and all that sort of thing, and we have the recycling bin for our plastic bottles, cans, containers, all that sort of stuff that we use. We use most of the local suppliers. It's not, I think we get some stuff from Pambula, mainly, yeah, Pambula, Bega.
And local lemons for the fish?
Yes, we've got a few people that have lemon trees that bring us in bags of lemons.
Fantastic. And what's your favourite fish at the moment?
Flake.
Why is that?
I don't like bones.
All right, very good. Thank you. The Bemboka Banquet is a community initiative of the Show Society, sourcing 90% of their food from within 15 kilometres of the Bemboka post office. Held on the 6th of February 2010, Patrick Rubinson is the chef de cuisine.
I'm absolutely over the moon, and there's things coming out now that we hadn't considered. We've got to change the menu, so Lariac's not on anymore, so we've got to go away there. I've also putting lamb on the menu. As Gail has been telling me all about her mutton lambs that are going to be perfect apparently in 4 months' time.
You've got 150 places,
Yes.
and that's all.
That's it, yes, only 150. Yes, we've got five entrees, they're all small portions, so you'll taste everything. 5 main courses, 5 desserts, and we're working on 5 cheeses. But certainly all the meat, the fish, the vegetables, the fruit, all coming from Bemboka.
We're doing a meat terrine for an entree. So that's a variety of meats. Obviously it's a game terrine, so things like pheasants, ducks, chicken livers, which shouldn't be too difficult to get.
So you're creating a special brew for the Bemboka Banquet.
That's right, it's brewing right now actually as we speak. It's a Märzen beer, which is a beer from the Munich, Bavaria region. I'm actually brewing the hops and the malt and kind of mixing it up from scratch.
The village has got so many skills, and all I'm doing is tapping into those skills. So Kevin, who's looking after the fruit and vegetables, he wins all the prizes at the show. So he's the expert there. We've gone past getting strawberries from California and everything like that. We've got to look at something that tastes good.
What's been thrown my